This is a humanitarian crisis. You got to turn the light off. If you turn the light on, the moths are going to come to the flame, right? We've turned the light on in a big, big way. We've got to shut that rhetoric down. Barack Obama said to George Stephanopoulos back in, 2012, if you come here, if you send your kids here, we'll send them back. They're not staying, right? Now that's almost hate speech to say something like that. But that's got to be the right way we do it. This whole, we're just going to take everybody, we can't. We can't do that. So we've got to shut the rhetoric down. We've got to shut the border down. And we got to figure out why we're giving billions of dollars to these corrupt governments over there and it's not getting to the people. Why are it's not. Yeah. So we got to shut that down. We got to quit doing that. We're funding bad ideologies, we're funding bad governments, and the people are being driven out of their own countries. I mean, my extreme thing is you put them on one of those C-130 cargo planes and you fly them all the way back down to Guatemala every time. And you say, you start over. What's your country of origin? Here you go. I mean, you're like, well, that's kind of cruel. No, it's not. We're taking them home.
Well, yeah, and they're coming illegally.
It's cheaper to spend a tank of gas on a big cargo plane to take people home.
Yep, than housing them.
Now, and I understand what people are going to say. They're going to say, oh, they're just going to come right back. Not easily, they're not.
Right.
And this is a tragic thing because you are dealing with children, you're dealing with trafficked, you're dealing with cartel, you're dealing with drugs, you're dealing with all these different issues that are there. It's a humanitarian crisis. But you take them home. And this is not like, and I had Border Patrol friends who have said, we'd pick a guy up in Laredo, Texas, we'd put him on a plane, and we'd fly him to Tucson, Arizona, and put him across the border there. 3 days later, he'd be back in Laredo coming across. Oh, my gosh. So what I'm saying is we're not saying, okay, smack on the butt, see you later. No, we take them all the way back.
To the very, very, very other side of the country.
Right. I mean, you've got to put the space there. You got to put the distance. You got to put the space there.
Yeah.
But so I think if you mix all those things together, but on the state level, we have got to do everything we can to support ICE and Border Patrol. We've got to, because they're a thin line. And if they just start saying we're not getting the support, why do you think they're turning 30,000 loose? Because they have nothing they can do with it.
And they're actually, I heard on the news, they are asking for volunteers. Yeah. Volunteers to go and be Border Patrol.
I spoke with a gentleman over the weekend. He had just gotten back from the border, and he said when he went to a Border Patrol checkpoint, they said, have you seen anyone? And he said, what do you mean? They said, any illegals, have you seen anyone? And he said, I haven't. And they said, well, if you run the border, we'll pay you $100 a head.
For everybody that he finds.
For everybody that you find and tell us about.
Wow.
I mean, they're overrun with, it's bad. And no, I mean, you saw Cruz and all those guys down at the border the other day, and they're just saying, you're not being told the truth with what's going on.
I mean, I props to Cruz for just getting up there, because he's calling everybody out. But there's a lot more going on if the press isn't allowed there.
And screw political points at this point in time. Yeah. This is a humanitarian crisis.